Lead House 777. This is Dr. Eros Trismegistus. One of the big situations right now, there's a rumor, rumor has spread this, and I believe it's probably has some truth to it. They said there's a scheme going on to turn the whole planet-wide denizens into drug addicts, zombies, Bacchae, followers of Dionysus, Metatron, Bacchus, Set, Enoch. If this is satanic or, wicked. Edville. So let's take to Google and see if this has any backing. As we all are aware that drugs are illegal, so I guess it's marijuana is what they call weed, and there's stuff on Google by those who like to do it, or YouTube who like to do the green drugs. But just because you fancy to do some stuff doesn't mean that it's not wicked, evil, or it's good or reaches. Beautiful. But this is a drug. Okay, so all these date at one moment. This says the void, the 22nd, 2120 AD. And they want it not the drugs to be banned by athletes, by society. This is the reason that we drive around these lands, we see people smoking the drugs. Now, mind you, these articles are controlled by just like anybody could write any article on here. So they're not doctors, they're not authorized to even make these kind of assumptions. But here you can see LeBron James, Tom Brady, all these people. And then there's a reoccurrence, a resurrection of Calvin, Snoop Dogg, Buffalo Gore's agent. All this talk about the green drugs and such stuff, making it legal. LeBron James, Tom Brady, Shalisa Richardson, the track and field maiden, Meek Phelps got in trouble for it, but these brown-skinned people and these modern people, Martin Wayans spoke about the green drug that he uses. So athletes and actors are supporting it. But so they want everybody in society to become drug addicts. Some laws got relaxed at the same exact moment. So there is a movement going on. Okay, this athlete here with the skeleton tattoo on her arm and the sign who does do satanic beliefs into the Gologia, the Blazing Ones, Anarchy, gets caught smuggling drugs into another country, and people in the United States are forcing their beliefs on another country's rules. And she's getting seen as if she's a political prisoner, even though no political prisoner has pleaded guilty to a case or was convicted of drug smuggling. That's kind of forcing somebody else's beliefs onto another people, which is what the Crusades was about, which is what certain gangs, including LGBTWKW or Catholics or House of Apollo, those who bear the crucifix, that's like a harassment that's forcing another country and type of people to abide by what they do and what they feel. If that's not racist, or that is wrong. She smuggled drugs, and these people are getting behind her here in the same sense of don't say black, don't say wheat, don't say this word. It's kind of infringing on people's rights. Like a drug addict, these people are ready to go to bat, go to fight over their addiction. She's supposed to be held till the 20th of December. That's the spawning of Apollo, Loki, Shiva, Ra, Tezcatlipoca. These people will, like an addict, these people will go fight and kill over their drugs. And like a gang, they'll attack one person for hurting their member, despite if their member had done something vicious or wrong, or a family in a poor neighborhood, if their son or daughter had violated or killed or wounded somebody else, and then somebody retaliates by hitting them or killing them back, they'll say that those kind of people, what dare they attack their son who violated them? What dare they attack their daughter or their son who beat them up and stole their merchandise and jewelry and ruined their clothes What dare they want vengeance and attack their baby who did no stoof? Well, this is like the mind of a drug addict or a gangbanger. Petty. Immature. Because every action there's a consequence towards every choice. But let us take a look and see. So this is political. She's not speaking for brown-skinned people and not speaking towards like her same-gender laying or unions. She's speaking for drugs. She's speaking for drug addicts, and she's speaking for those who want to promote the green drug. So let's take a picture at the latest scam for drug dealers and sellers and users to take over the planet. We got these goofy Amos and Andy, Isaac and Titus plantation names. Slave, except Isaac, that's actually a lesser one. The Smith brothers, but they're not doing that. We're actually talking about Marlon and Wayans, who promote doing drugs. Clowns. Marlon Wayans, of the Wayans brothers of Amos and Andy's reincarnation, says that he is not on drugs. He would even take pharmaceuticals towards his flu. He just sweats. Then involves a counter solstice after that, where a drug dealer went towards his show to ask him to get some. So he allegedly said. But that's bizarre, because then you fast forward to now, he's admitting that he does drugs when it came to the Will Smith and Chris Rock situation. Denial that he's on drugs is like those who play video games, violent video games rather, not video games entirely, and say that video games doesn't cause violence. Or a racist person saying that they're not racist, but they're saying racial slurs and making racial statements that are derogatory. But you ask them if they're racist, they say they're not. This man, Daniel, like an addict of drugs, said that he's not on drugs. Clearly he says it's here. And 5 solstices later, we get a confession when the return of Snoop Dogg and all these other actors and celebrities and athletes doing drugs. He joins that side too. At the bottom of the screen, you can hear Marlon Wayans' quote on Twitter that he does not smoke the green drug or drugs, so that can't be it. But then on April 29th, 2122 Idai, Marlon Wayans commented that with the slap of Will Smith defending his bride against an insultuous comment by this Chris Rock, he thought the slap was fake, but he said Marlon Wayans would say he thought someone put some stuff in his weed, marijuana, green drug. And he said for solstices before that, 7 solstices prior, lying, saying that he did not do drugs. So there's been a shift of mortals who said they were against drugs. Now they're promoting drugs. Most likely they're whoring themselves out to get paid. Even Ben Shapiro is promoting video games of violence. But this dialogue is about those who are now promoting to turn this whole planet into drugs agenda. If this is true, if it wasn't true, then there wouldn't be no problem about it. But apparently it must be true, because let's take an image of this new promotion by Camel about drugs and Earth. And this is on the many establishments which I own. This is Walmart's premise, and Camel Crush shows, whoa, Azul Green, a world, a Earth. Not a world, but a Earth. Shows this planet smoking. There's an agenda apparently to turn everybody on this planet into drug addicts, get them addicted to something. Many probably thought it was a vaccine. Many think it was something else, but it could be morphine, crack, or the smoking drug is called a gateway drug. A gateway opens the door to another place. Every gangbanger and thug, whoever did a crime, including those tribe of kings like Cherokee, Pawnee, Iroquois, Whenever they smoke that green drug, they put their mind in an altered state to commune with a different realm, a different dimension, to open a gateway. So that means something is coming in to possess these people. And you jabronis, you losers, you mortals, are not doing anything but being good little sheep to be slaughtered. These are the colors of Earth, and there's a planet there crushing the Earth, right? Camil is Gamil in Hebrew, and that means the subconscious or the mind. And this is the Earth, to turn all the Earth into drugs. If that wasn't true, let's take a look at these chosen colors by the marketing campaign of this group. Hey, that is the Earth. So it's not a conspiracy. I don't see what way this could be debunked. So they purposely picked these colors to say that they're planning to turn everybody on this earth into a drug addict. Isn't like vaccines drugs? But this is about smoking drugs, green drugs, crack, cocaine. Tom Cruise got called crazy for telling people not to do drugs, not to turn to crystal meth heads. And he gets called all these names, even talking about his beliefs. So you're going to imagine that the type of people are there behind this. What reason would they turn everybody into drugs, drug addicts? Because as we know, in any community, a drug addict would do anything. They can easily be controlled. And once they're addicted to something, they'll probably do cannibalism. They'll probably lay with the same gender. They'll probably kill someone if you could get them addicted to the drug. And you guys are supposed to be honoring your peoples and your planet and all your cultures, but none of you are doing anything other than getting on your knees and sucking on that drug, because you all are losers, mortals. You talk like you're tough, but apparently you're not that much. You guys are patriots, supposedly care about your peoples, all your races, all your skin tones, all your genders, all your ages. You're supposed to be patriotic, but you're not. You're turning all your people into drug addicts, zombies. That's false patriotism, that's false toughness. It's no surprise the what way that the wicked had conquered you people. Period. Because mortals, in spite of whatever skin they are shown to be weak. This is Lee House 777. Do keep in mind there's already like some 23 states in the United States. Near half of this country is already legalized to be drug addicts. The gateway drug is a gateway for something or some stuff. About to become the mainless ones. You can laugh this off. Only ones who will laugh at this or promote this is those who are selling drugs or smoking and using those drugs. No care, no regard towards their children, towards their ladies, towards their brother, their father, their mother, because addicts don't care, and neither those who sell them. They'll sell them to their own daughter. Watch her go suck somebody's penis, and this is what you guys are doing. You want to be hood-like and all that popular qualities, but some stuff you should have had sense enough not to do. No drugs should be legalized. And you guys already given up your rights. And you call yourself patriots and citizens. A shame. And if I was spawned immortal, I probably would be ashamed of myself to even call myself one. I'll probably try to say that Braves were not Nubians, then come up with them or brown-skinned mortals. I'll be ashamed if I was a mortal. I'm sure none of you are even strong enough to even be ashamed to do something about it. You tote guns, but you're not blowing up drug places. You say you're endorsing to your children. You're endorsing to your daughters and to your brides. And you think that you call yourself men? Losers. That's what that's called. And for a theological purpose, by the way, that these drugs are endorsed by Dionysus, Bacchus, Set, Enoch, Metatron, and the Oni, for those of the Nesian background, and the Mayu. Now these people are not gods, they're demons, they're devs. Even for those of Persian lands, Druj is not considered a Misha Spinta or a Yazata. This is a global problem. You guys have to defend and stand up towards yourselves. Get past your racism, your stupidity, and at least stand to stop your people from falling. But I know this is asking too much from mere mortals. So go talk about your video games and go talk about Disha Konekwa or Tila or Sasha's hairstyle instead of actually the true problems. Go talk about this brown-skinned guy getting this person's woman instead of talking and doing something about the true problems. You all about to be turned to addicts and most likely be deleted. They're planning to turn everybody on this planet into a drug addict. Right now, I guess you could just say no, but some loser on this YouTube might just laugh at it, would post all this stupid-ass comments. If you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're a living being, and you're on the side of gods and righteousness, goodness, light, or you just care about yourselves, you wouldn't be endorsing this. Half your country is about to become addicts, and you're not stopping that.